Alrighty guys, today's video we're going to be doing a little pit bike build slash restore. I haven't ridden my pit bike all season really since it got nice out. Last year I ended up crashing it in the field, breaking all the plastics off of it. The seat got broke, so it's just needing a little bit of a revamp. I'm coming off illness right now, so vocals aren't feeling the best, so we'll make do with what we got. I do have some new parts I'll show you guys in just a second. Have been sitting around with those parts for like a year now too, because I bought them when I broke the pit bike. But I figured I'd wait until a good day to make a video on it, and turns out that's going to be today. So we're basically going to be transforming this pit bike into CRF 50, because all the parts are pretty much interchangeable in terms of plastics, graphics, and a bunch of other things like the seat. I do have graphics we're going to be using from Nice CNC. We did a couple videos about their stuff, I think last year, and just some eBay parts for the rest of it. But it should turn out pretty cool in the end of it. I will show you guys what we're going to get started on in just a second. This is what the bike is currently sitting like. I did have some pretty sweet looking graphics and plastics before, but like I said, plastics in the seat being all goofed up, I kind of wanted to go with a whole new revamp. So that's kind of why we're doing this video. We're going to be going with white plastics and white and red graphics. I'll show you guys the plastics I got. They're basically an eBay set, I think like 20 bucks. And then graphics were from Nice CNC. I believe they're around $50 to $60 for the graphics. Very, very nice. And then I did put one of those blue CNC shifters that you can find on eBay. Those are like 40 bucks, I want to say, or 35 maybe. They do go on a little goofy. The splines, for some reason, aren't cut all the way on the bottom here. So I did have to tap it on lightly with a hammer. Very, very minimal. It's not like I was beating on it, just a light tap. And then I put the Allen bolt back in it. So, like I said, just be mindful when you put one of these on. And you're going to want to line it up so you index it with this just by the dipstick here. That way it comes out. If yours aren't broken, you're going to have those two bolts there to take out for the seat. You're going to have two up here and two down there to get that whole setup. And it's going to, well, they won't fall off like that, but it'll lift off as one piece. I'm not sure if you can see if the plastic should have been fastened to those little slots. I believe they should have been. When we put the new ones on, we'll probably put like little self-tapping screws into that plastic on the new seat, because we'll be getting rid of this seat. You know, I'll maybe keep it around, but I'm not going to obviously use it on this project. And we have one fastener to take out on the front right plastic there. Got to put the CDI box back in it, the stock one. If you guys remember, you guys saw the video on the adjustable rev limiter. So I was using this bike as one of the test dummies for that CDI box, so that's why I got to put the stock one back in it. And I also got to get an air filter for this thing because that one is broken. Here you guys can see the seat. It says Honda. It's basically a CRF 50 seat off of eBay. About 50 bucks for that. This is a white set of plastics for an SSR, you know, Chinese pit bike. Will also fit a CRF 50. Probably about 20 or 30 bucks for that. And then there is the graphics set for a CRF 50 from Nice CNC. And there is some of the numbers off of it. So that's what we got. I also got to put a new gas tank on it because my filler neck is cracked. So that'll be getting changed out, obviously, when we have all the plastics off. But we're going with a little Honda CRF clone build. Give you a sneak peek of the graphics and new plastics. So here's what the rear tail cone is going to look like, rear fender. Graphics are super nice from Nice CNC. Much thicker graphics than I'm used to, and man, does that make a difference when you don't have to wrinkle them as easy, and they don't kink and get bubbles in them as bad. So the better quality graphics are a lot more friendly to work with, guys. Just so you know. Get a 12 millimeter for those two gas tank bolts. I just connected my fuel line at the petcock. We'll get that thing off. I'm gonna continue putting graphics on the new plastics, guys. Save us some time. I'll show you when we're done with that, and we'll go and install that with the seat and the new gas tank and my original CDI box. So we'll get all that installed on here. Got the side panel, the graphics. This is gonna be a tough one because it has a split edge here. These are always tough, and I usually screw them up a little bit along the way, but for my own bike, I'm okay with it. CDI box is back in the bike. Got that secured with zip ties, nothing better. We'll get at this here graphics on this side panel. I think I'm gonna start on this edge here. Usually I like to do a mock-up to make sure I don't have to favor one side or the other. So I think I'm gonna hug the edge here. I'll peel this off. Start it a little bit, and get myself kind of also has a top layer of a clear plastic film that you can peel off later so you don't scratch it up, I guess, on install. This is what you're going to want to do when you put the new plastics on. Here's the tail cone or rear fender, those interlock tabs. Here's the graphics. There's our new seat. Pardon the messy garage and the noise, but this will go on like that. And then these fasteners here, 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 and here. And the fronts will get with these holes here. This plastics kit in particular did come with a new hardware pack, so that's awesome. You don't have to reuse any of that old stuff. You can put all brand new hardware in it. This is how it'll look when you guys have the rear plastics installed onto the seat base. You have little self-tapping screws, or basically just machine screws, or lag screws for lack of a better term, I guess. Here, 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 and here. Wait to tighten all of them until all the fasteners are at least started, then snug them up. You can see here's what it's starting to look like. Looks pretty baller with that Honda seat. So we're making an SSR Honda clone. Our front plastics will get bolted in with these here sets of holes, and then the hardware pack gives you all the screws you need, so that's perfect. What we need to do on the bike yet is get the front fender on and number plate, and I'll show you one thing before we move on. With the number plate, I did end up cutting this off. Usually there's like a extension and a little round thing on the end of it. Cut that off, like that's how mine was when I took the old set of plastics off. So that's what I'm gonna leave it at. And then also drill your holes for the brake line retainer. A little keeper that just kind of keeps your brake line from dancing around. There's just a little screw with a nut on the back of it. And I drilled the holes off of the exact width from the old number plate that I took off. So otherwise, if you guys don't have this, disregard, but I did re-drill the holes and made sure it was on the lower left side of the number plate. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are doing this, you might have to have a drill and drill that out just big enough that you can fit the fastener in and put a nut behind it and hold it together. Doesn't have to be too tight. Just talking to Mark if we should just keep it a Pavement Princess and just rev it.
And just rev it, yeah, lots of revving.
Or
start up, just rev, you know, you gotta just rev it. And then maybe putt it to the mailbox and back.
Right.
Could be a mail getter.
Oh, yeah. Or we could ride it in the off-road like its intended purpose. But that's way too much work. And you gotta clean it.
Yeah, you could get mud on it, or what if you crash it? You can't crash it revving it.
That's true. So what's left is we gotta put the bolts containing the plastics to the tank and to the frame. We got a bolt here, through bolt with nut there, and the same on this corner. And we got 2 bolts on the seat right there. Front number plate. Only advice I can give you is just center it the best you can with the front wheel, and then up here just center it with this slotted hole in the plastic. Don't forget to put your spacer behind there to keep that spaced out so you don't pinch your cables. Give them a little clearance that way. But the bike looks absolutely sick with that seat combo with that graphics. Looks like it came with Allen bolts. These top ones have rubber grommet spacers. You're gonna want to put that on first. A terrible sin is the clearances of these Chinese plastics. Not good. Really gonna have to stretch on her a bit, but we're good at stretching things. One thing you're gonna want to remember to do is make sure the seat, there's 2 little fingers that are plastic. Make sure they go in the metal tabs on the frame before you start putting the fasteners in. Learn that one the hard way. It's like, something's not sitting right. Make sure you go from the back, push down and slide forward, and the fingers are gonna be right in the center just by the rear shock. So make sure you get that situated before you start putting in all the fasteners. Then continue. One wise idea would be brand new tank from China. Just check to make sure there's not debris inside of it before you get it in the fuel system. But we're gonna take our chances. We're gonna open so. Make sure this kickstarter. Gotta fix the kicker next, and or not the kicker, the kickstand should be golden. So that is a CRF 50 clone SSR build right there. There's a couple things left to do. Rear shock, tire, getting a Dunlop for the rear, and I don't know what I want to do with the front yet. Don't really care about the front at this point. If you guys want a build list, leave it in the comments, you know, that you're wanting to see that. I'll leave most of the products, honestly, are linked in our Amazon stuff in the description. I'll leave a link to the Honda seat and some links to nice CNC for the graphic sets. Very, very good quality, guys. Gonna be a lot better than those eBay, Amazon, cheap Chinese things. You're gonna pay a little bit more, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. If you guys enjoy pit bike builds like this and you wanna learn more, make sure you subscribe, leave a like in the video and comment, and we will keep pumping out videos like this all summer long. Got a couple more pit bike build ideas coming up, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you in the next video.